Ladies and gentlemen, this is Brendan Ingram back with another video. So today we're going to be reviewing this week's October the 28th, 2019 edition of Monday Night Raw. So, three things I got to say before we get started. Number one, I just want to ask, why the fuck is WWE still fucking doing that Lana and Bobby Lashley storyline? Why the fuck has WWE not scrapped that yet? Not scrapped that storyline yet? Why? WWE needs to get rid of that storyline. It's embarrassing Rusev and Lana. That shit is embarrassing them. Why is WWE still going with this fucking storyline? See, this is the shit I'm talking about the WWE writers and all the WWE. WWE writers don't know what they're doing. WWE writers not doing their fucking jobs again. Apparently, WWE writers not doing their fucking jobs, apparently. That WWE Rusev and Lana storyline was fucking terrible. It was terrible. This week's Raw was a fucking shit show. And at the end, I will explain to you all why I think this week's Raw was a shit show. This week's Raw was not only a shit show, it fucking sucked. And number two, I'm here to tell you that I was going to do the Raw results, the October the 28th, 2019 WWE Raw results on 2K19, but I'm here to tell you all that I am officially canceling that shit due to the fact that this week's Raw fucking sucked. Fucking sucked shit. This week's Raw fucking sucked. Completely. This week's Raw was fucking terrible, man. Especially all the matches that took place on Raw. All these matches were basically like distraction after distraction after distraction after distraction. Basically, all the matches were focused on a person coming outside the ring, distracting the superstar. Let me give you an example. The match between R-Truth and Buddy Murphy. We got the Singh brothers and all these other guys coming out, circling around the ring, distracting R-Truth and Buddy Murphy. And then you got R-Truth running around like that fucking Rhodes Runner thing from that fucking Rhodes Runner commercial. You got R-Truth running around like a freaking cheetah with all of them. And then Buddy Murphy kicks him for the win. For the 1, 2, 3. I think that was planned by the Singh brothers. All that match was planned by the Singh brothers to help Buddy Murphy pick up a victory over R-Truth. That's what I think. And number three, normally I don't do this on Tuesdays, but normally I don't take days off work on Tuesdays, but I decided to take a day off work on Tuesday because due to the fact that someone has been taking money out of my card and someone's been getting my prepaid card information and taking money out of my card. Someone has been taking money out of my card. And me and my mom are supposed to call the bank today to find out where the activity's coming from. So everybody, just pray or whatever, and hope that everything goes well for me today. Because this is one of the reasons why I took a day off work. And plus, I don't even have a haircut. My hair is woofing. I know you could probably see my hair. I know the quality's probably still terrible on this thing, but I'm gonna try to come up with another idea. I'm gonna try to get another tablet I'm trying to get a tablet with a better quality, with a better, front camera. I'll try to save up money. I'll also try to save up money to get a laptop. So, anyways, I'm going to be reviewing this week's October the 28th, 2019 WWE Monday Night Raw results. So before I get started, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you can be up to date with all the latest news and rumors. So opening segment. Raw started off. Alright, let's get ready to start listening because I'm getting ready to start speaking. Raw started off with Paige coming out to start the night. She says she's proud to be a part of the success of the Kabushi Warriors. Paige brings out Kairi Sane and Asuka. Paige runs down the accomplishments of Sane and Asuka as singles competitors. She's proud that both women have gelled so well together and have become women's tag team champions. Asuka snatches the mic from Paige and speaks in Japanese. Paige takes it back before Kairi Sane drops it on purpose. When Paige tries to get the mic, Asuka spits the green mist in her face. Do you think this was a great job by WWE booking? Because I don't think this was a great job by WWE. Having Asuka spitting green mist in Paige's face, especially after Paige coming back to WWE from an injury, that's just stupid. That's fucked up. But look, this is not Asuka's fault. This is WWE's fault. This is the WWE and the WWE writers' fault. They're the ones that are responsible for the writing and all that. That's what they do. That's WWE for you, ladies and gentlemen. They always love to fuck up matches. They always love to fuck up, scrap up everything. Just like they scrapped that Hell in a Cell matchup between Seth Rollins and Bray Wyatt. That's WWE for you, man. You know how WWE is. They like to fuck up some things, certain things. Just like fucking AEW, just like SmackDown Live, just like NXT. You know what I'm saying? But NXT so far has delivered the best shows so far. But Raw, I think NXT out of all of them is doing great. But I think, don't get me wrong, I think NXT is doing a great job. Last week's NXT was on fire last week. Don't get me wrong. I don't care. I don't give a damn what anybody says about NXT, how bad or how good it is. NXT last week was really, really on fire. NXT was on the go. And remember, on one of my previous videos, I said that I would give NXT a plus A for last week's NXT show because that last week's NXT show set the WWE Universe on fire in NXT. It was a great show. The beginning was good, the middle was awesome, and the end was really, really good. So NXT is doing a great job. Triple H and William Regal and Joe Manders, they are doing a great job with NXT. Don't be surprised if NXT ratings start boosting back up anytime soon. Don't be surprised if NXT's ratings start to come back up soon. Because now you got to heel Finn Balor in NXT now. And I think the WWE NXT fans are interested to see what Finn Balor is going to say in NXT this week. I think Finn Balor is supposed to cut a promo this week on NXT. I'm not sure. Or he's supposed to have his first heel turn match. His first heel match. Since his heel turn last week. I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I'm interested to see what the WWE is going to do with Finn Balor this week on NXT. I'm interested to see what matches is going to be booked. I'm interested to see what matches NXT is going to book on their brand. We know that I was predicting that this week they were going to book a match between Io Shirai and Rhea Ripley. I think that match has been officially confirmed. I'm not sure, but I will look at one of my friends' channels and see if that is confirmed. I will probably look up to see what's going to happen on this week's NXT, because tomorrow NXT comes on, so I'm gonna tomorrow I'm gonna look to find out. I'm gonna look at somebody's. I'm gonna look at one of the wrestling channels and see what matches WWE has booked in NXT. What matches in NXT WWE has in the book, in the match card, whatever you call that junk. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is, back to the results. So, commentary is playing up that Asuka and Kyrie don't need Paige anymore. While Paige is trying to whip the green, missed off, Asuka looks to get in her face when Becky Lynch comes out to take down Kyrie. Lynch takes on both Kyrie and Asuka, but the Kabuki Warriors get the upper hand before Lynch clears the ring. Keep in mind that October the 28th was yesterday. This was yesterday's Raw. So I'm doing this to the people who don't get to watch Raw. I do this for a reason on my channel. I do all these reviews. I do all these results for a reason. Half of my channels have inspired me to do this. So I was inspired by all my channels to do this. If you haven't seen my homepage yet, those channels on the right side, and if you click on see more, you'll see those are all the channels that I've been inspired by to do all this stuff. So kudos to them. Thanks to them. So you could thank them for this. You could thank those channels for having me inspired to do this, to do all this stuff. You could thank those guys on the channel. Those inspired channels, you can go on there and you can thank them for this. Because without them, I probably wouldn't be doing this right now. So I just want to give my thanks to them as well. And special thanks for Newsweek for letting me, use their article to read the Raw results, to read to y'all the October the 28th, 2019 Raw results. Special thanks to Newsweek.com for that. And so, anyways, Becky Lynch versus Kairi Sane with Asuka. Lynch wins by submission after a disarmor. So the match was highly competitive with plenty of near falls. Then after this match, it was R-Truth versus Buddy Murphy. Before the match, Truth was asked about his most recent 24/7 title reign. Truth says he knew there was a brother and he went to the eye doctor. So now he can get his championship back. Buddy Murphy comes out and says that Truth is so focused on the 24/7 championship and he is looking past him. He says after tonight, Truth won't forget him. During the match, the Singh brothers ran out to the ring, followed by the other members of the division. Truth goes out and chased after the Singhs too. Truth gets back in the ring and gets hit with a knee. Buddy Murphy wins by pinfall. So then the AOP say they will own the tag team division no matter what language they speak. They recapped their victory last week against the OC with an assist from Kevin Owens. Angelo Dawkins says the other tag teams are on notice because the Street Profits are on Raw now. Yeah, we know that, Street Profits. We know, we get it. Not trying to be mean to you guys, but we get it. We know. They want the smoke. They want the smoke. That's what they did. That's what they said at the end of when they cut their promos. They want the smoke. They want the smoke. Raw sucked this week. Raw sucked this week. Raw sucked this week. Raw sucked this week. That's what what it makes me want to say instead of we want the smoke. Raw was a shit shell this week. Raw was a shit shell. 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 Jesus Christ. I mean, Raw was a shit shell this week. Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre. Hulk Hogan. Moving on to that. So Ricochet versus Drew McIntyre, Hulk Hogan, Jimmy Hart, and Ric Flair are ringside. Ricochet wins by disqualification after Randy Orton hits an RKO when it looked like Ricochet could win. The OC, so backstage, the OC and AJ Styles are looking at Humberto Carrillo. Styles says he was impressed with Carrillo after last week's match with Seth Rollins. AJ says he remembers when he was a rookie and now he's a veteran. He says it's cool what Humberto Carrillo did. But if he wants to prove himself against the real champion, he should face him tonight. So, basically the Viking Raiders versus the Enhancement Talent. This was a match to yet again build momentum for the Viking Raiders. And I'm thinking this is the build momentum for I'm thinking after Crown Jewel, I think this is one of my predictions. This is one of my best predictions right now. I think after Crown Jewel, the AOP and the Viking Raiders feud is going to start. I think WWE is the angle that they're going at right now is I think WWE is going to start the AOP and Viking Raiders feud. I think after Crown Jewel, the Raw after Crown Jewel, I think when Viking Raiders have a match, I think the AOP is going to come out and distract them and try, to use their moves. I will be interested to see. I'm interested to see whether the AOP and the Viking Raiders feud is going to start after Crown Jewel. And I think after the Viking Raiders, the AOP are going to be the next Raw Tag Team Champions. In my opinion, I think they are going to be the next Raw Tag Team Champions. Because they said the tag team division is not paying any attention to them. But the local enhancement talented are dressed as Chicago clubs named Ryan and Brian. What the fuck? Chicago clubs? Man, them Viking Raiders, I'm glad the Viking Raiders defeated them. They look fucking terrible as shit. Anyways, Viking Raiders, of course, won after a Viking experience. I think this match was for them to build momentum toward Crown Jewel. Yeah, it was for them to build momentum toward Crown Jewel. And I think they are in that Crown Jewel World Cup tag team match. Where all those tag teams in that tag team match. Whatever you call it, I don't know. But before the match, Sin Cara is asked how he would counter Zelina Vega. Sin Cara introduces Carolina. So, the Andrea versus Sin Cara matchup. This match was last week's Sin Cara versus Andrea match was better than this week's. This week's was not good. This week's match between Andrea and Sin Cara was not cool. It's not cool. That match was just like the other matches. And so Andrea wins after a roll-up with his legs on the rope. The finish was set up when Carolina stopped Zelina Vega's interference, but the distraction allowed Andre to roll up Sin Cara. And then there was the Iconics versus Charlotte Flair and Natalya. And my buddy JD from NY 206, he was right about what he said about Charlotte Flair and Natalya. He was right. They are a good pair up. They are. They really are a good pair up. But I wouldn't say that, JD. I think WWE is going to fuck up that pair. I think they're going to split Charlotte Flair and Natalya. Who knows? They might fuck up that pairing. They might fuck up the shit. So I wouldn't say that Natalya and Charlotte Flair is a good pair up. Because you know how WWE, JD, you and I both know how WWE is. You know they're gonna fuck up everything. You know how this shit is. Who knows? They might have them split up. I'd be surprised if Ronda Rousey returned and they split up real quick. Seth Rollins interview. So Seth Rollins says he has a fight because that's what he does. He acknowledges Rowan was a part of the Wyatt family. He says he knows that the Fire Funhouse wouldn't go away forever, but the only way to defeat the Fiend is to beat the Fiend, and he will burn it down. Yeah. Huh. Seth Rollins. Yeah, burn it down. Yeah, that's no way of burning it down. Having a photo of you looking like a jellyfish. Yeah, that ain't no way to burn it down. Yeah, I seen that photo in JDNY from 206's Off the Script video. I seen it the other day. It wasn't yesterday, but it was 2 days ago I seen it. And my reaction to it was, what the fuck is Seth Rollins doing looking like a jellyfish? And then I was like, I showed the video, I showed the photo of Seth Rollins. I asked JD, I said, do you mind? I was like, JD, I hope you don't mind me using your phrase. But I was like, is this what you want? Is this what you all want? A Universal Champion looking like a jellyfish? Is this what you all want? A Universal Champion with pineapple swim shorts on looking like SpongeBob? Really? So, I was like, really? So, that's your Universal Champion? That's what you all want your Universal Champion to look like? A shit shell fucking jellyfish from SpongeBob? I find that really funny. What on earth? What on earth? How can you have a Universal Champion looking like a fucking jellyfish with a fucking pink hairnet on his head with a fucking pineapple shorts, swim shorts? A pineapple men's swim shorts. Looking like the pineapple house. Looking like SpongeBob's pineapple sea house. The fuck? That looks so fucking tacky what Seth Rollins had on. Oh my god. I bet Seth Rollins could look himself in the mirror and be like, yeah, I agree with that. That was fucking tacky, man. That was fucking tacky. All that shit he had on, and then all those hairlines, that was fucking tacky, man. That was just wrong. That was tacky. That was just sick, man. Guy looked like a jellyfish with SpongeBob. It looked like he's watched SpongeBob for 1,000 days. That's how bad he looked. Looked like he watched SpongeBob for 100,000 days. Reminds me of that 1,000 Ways to Die. So, Seth Rollins versus Eric Rowan. Falls Count Anywhere match. The match eventually spills to the concussion stands in the lobby. Rowan kicks out of a stomp on the announce table. Seth hits Rowan with a stomp on a ladder before rolling him under a forklift. He tells a backstage worker to turn on the forklift as he drops the lift on Rowan, allowing him to pin Eric. Did Seth Rollins just cheat it as a babyface for the first time in WWE? That what it looked like. What it looked like. Backstage, Bobby, I don't even want to hear about this fucking storyline, man. This storyline fucking sucks. I hate it. I hate reading. I have to read backstage of what Bobby Lashley said, but this is part of my video. I'm doing this for the people who didn't get to watch Raw. So it's my job, so I have to do it. Bobby Lashley is sitting with Lana when he asks if she. You mean, oh Lord. Newsweek, you put he, she, you're supposed to put he. Uh-oh. That's not good. They gotta get their corrections made right. He wants him out there with her. Lana says she needs to do this herself. So, the Aleister Black Vagnant. Black says the next time, I always wonder what the word Vagnant meant. But anyways, Black says the next time he walks to the ring, either two things will happen. First, whoever Black faces will have an intimate relationship with fear. Secondly, they will come looking to pick a fight with him. So, now on to the AJ Styles with the OC. Roberto Carrillo versus AJ Styles, the OC. Styles wins by submission after a calf crusher. This match was highly contested with Carrillo getting a near fall after a moonsault. After the match, AJ gets in the ring and puts on his hand out for a handshake. Styles pulls it away. Of course, they beat up Roberto Carrillo. This match between Roberto Carrillo and AJ Styles was good though. Don't get me wrong. And last but not least, King's Court with Rusev and Lana. Lana says she doesn't want to embarrass. I don't even want to fucking read this shit. You know what? I'm glad I stopped right there. I don't even want to fucking read this shit. This fucking Bobby Lashley and Lana storyline, WWE completely fucked it up. Completely shit show fucked it up. Completely. I don't even want, it was so bad I don't even want to fucking read the whole thing. I don't even want to read the Lana Bobby Lashley storyline. It's bad enough that I didn't want to read what Bobby Lashley had to say backstage. Now, Lana says she doesn't want to embarrass Rusev, but every day, embarrass Rusev. Yeah, you're going to embarrass him, alright. But every day she has to deal with the hate from the WWE Universe. She says that the only reason Rusev is with Lana is because he only wanted sex. That it wasn't about loving her. It was about having a child? What the fuck? Bruh. Anyway, Rusev says that he wanted to grow their family because he loves her. Another reason is that Lana says that Bobby Lashley told her that Lana cheated on her. Bruh. What the fuck? What kind of story? See, that's what I'm saying. What the fuck kind of storyline is this? What is WWE doing with these people, man? It's not making sense. Whatever they're doing with these superstars, it ain't making no sense to me. So, Rusev says that, I'm trying to think at the end what they said. So, Rusev says that Lashley is talking shit when Bobby comes to the ring. They blocked the bad word, but I know I already saw through it. the two brawl with this article can't fool me, by the way. But the two brawl with Rusev eventually taking his ring off and shoving it in Bobby Lashley's mouth. Oh my god, this is a bad job by WWE. What the hell were they thinking even doing this storyline? Storyline is just sick. It just sounds disgusting to me. Lana tries to hit Rusev with a kendo stick, but he stops her while his back is turned. Lashley hits Rusev with a low blow and ends the segment kissing Lana over Rusev. Okay, this week's Raw fucking sucked. And it was a shit show, and it was terrible. WWE needs to do a better job with Raw, SmackDown. And they need to do just a tiny bit more job in NXT. As far as AEW, they need to do a better job with their show as well. Because all of these WWE companies' ratings, all of these wrestling companies' ratings are falling quick. They need to do something about this. They need to do something. Or their ratings are going to drop even more. Hell, next week, the ratings might drop even more. Because JD from NY, my homie JD from NY 206, did brought up a good point. That WWE is probably going to try a mixed match tag team match between Andrean Cien Almas and Selena Vega and Carolina and Sin Cara. You know what? He's right. And you know what? And you know what? It's funny because I thought of the same thing that JD was thinking. Like, I was also thinking that WWE was going to book that this tag team match next week. Hell, they probably already fucking done it. Who knows? That's what I'm saying. Who knows? They probably already fucking done this shit. But that's it for this week's but that's all the Raw, the October the 28th, 2019 Raw results I have for you today. This week's Raw sucked. Thanks for watching. Two more announcements before I go. Number one, I will be releasing some more Xenoverse 2 video clip content, and I will be doing another Naruto Shippuden Dream Fights live stream. It might not be today, it may be this weekend, and I'm doing a Naruto Shippuden Dream Fights live stream. But I am going to be releasing a few Naruto Shippuden video clip content. So, but that's all. That's all I have for you today. That's all of this week's Raw, this week's Monday Night Raw I have for you today. That's all the results I have. So, thanks for watching. Have a good day. And be looking for my next video, because my next video will be on today's WWE rumors. I'm going to be telling you today's WWE rumors on my next video. So be looking for that. That will be posted on my YouTube channel in about an hour or so. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Later.